Namaste viewers. I am Rekha Rao from India, a researcher in ancient history and archaeology. Welcome to the course on the fundamentals of Indian temple architecture. This is topic 2 of an 8-part series. In this topic, we will study the influence of geology on Indian temple architecture. In today's session, we will look into 2 aspects. Firstly, we will look at the distribution of 4 types of stone belts such as sandstone, marble, granite, and schist in the geological belts of India. Each type is illustrated with pictures of the natural formation of rocks, followed by monuments in that particular stone type. We will also explore how stone qualities such as hardness, texture, and colors were used to build innovative temples. The stone quality influenced the sculptural embellishments in temple architecture of India. A long tradition of temple architecture was fostered in all parts of India because the land is blessed with different types of geomorphologies with varieties of stone belts formed millions of years ago. In India, royal patronage generously sponsored the understanding of varied geological belts which promoted temple architecture that differed from place to place. Qualities such as hardness and texture influenced sculptural embellishments in temples from 2-dimensional figures to 3-dimensional ones and eventually progressing to massive monolithic structures through the ages. We will now explore the geology of sandstone. The Geological Survey of India confirms that sandstone belts formed 2.5 billion years ago in the Proterozoic period, where different events related to the Earth's formation occurred. Sandstone, a sedimentary rock, has a significant status for its availability, durability, compact, and fine-grained structure. They are composed of cemented sand grains and usually have granular texture and rough surface like sandpaper. We now see slide 1. Depicting sandstone cliffs. The universal appeal of sandstone is due to the grand spectrum of brown, red, purple, and pink shades, which is caused by the presence of iron oxides, hematite, and manganese oxides. Exposure to the elements of nature caused iron minerals to oxidize or rust, resulting in red, orange, and brown colored rocks. As a case study, the picture in slide 1 is the cliff of red sandstone in a place called Badami in Karnataka, South India. The cliff has 4 big rocket caves which were built in the late 6th century CE. Each cave consisted of a simple veranda with stone columns and brackets. This further led to a column pillar hall with exquisitely sculptured panels of many deities. The stone quarried from these cliffs were also used to build temples in the nearby places. In slide 2, we will look at the sandstone sculptures in rocket caves and temples. The left picture shows how sculptures were made in sandstone inside the 6th century cave temple of Badami. The colored layers of sandstone is visible and has enhanced the beauty of solid pillars and the sculpture. Many such beautiful panels of deities were created in the rocket caves of Badami. Picture on the right shows nearby independent temples that were also built in sandstone. This picture of 8th century oval-shaped temple called Durgi Gudi. Pillars and walls of the temple were decorated with beautiful sculptures in 2-dimensional figures in relief panels. Now, let's look at how marble was utilized in temple architecture. India is home to one of the largest marble producing areas globally, located in Udaipur, Rajasthan of Northwest India. For a long time, marble was known as the royal stone in India and was extensively used in constructing palaces and religious monuments with sculptures. Slide 3 shows marble rocks in their natural form. Marble belts were formed 1.4 billion years ago when limestone belt got metamorphosed and transformed into marble. Marble is 98% limestone and 2% impurities, which gives the gray, pink or grayish coloration. Limestone recrystallizes to denser rock on exposure to high temperature and pressures. Marble is smooth, shiny, soft, and uniform in structure, can even be scratched by a metal blade. Slide 4, we see the ceiling and doorway of the marble temple. In slide 4, we see a picture of the world-famous Dilwara temple built between 11th and 15th centuries CE in white marble. Dilwara temple is famous for its unique and very intricate interior carvings of the white marble. The temple was built on a hill of Rajasthan, designed and financed by a Jain minister called Vasupala. The ornamental details of intricate carvings spreading over the doorways, ceilings, pillars and panels are remarkable. We now study the grandeur of granite boulders. Slide 5 shows the natural distribution of unusually shaped hard rocks called granite boulders. 1/4 of the world's highest grade granite deposits are found in India, in the central part of South India. This relatively stable geological terrain was formed between 3.6 and 2.5 billion years ago. The rock boulders are in unusual formations, which look mesmerizing. They look like balancing rocks amidst massive outcrops. These formations occurred because of huge monolithic blocks splitting due to varied natural forces, making horizontal and vertical cracks. Eventually, they metamorphosed into smaller, rounded boulders, resulting in gigantic rows spreading over 500 kilometers long. One such rock belt in South India is called Eastern Dharwad Craton. Let us now see a case study. Slide 6 is a picture of granite stone chariot in a place called Hampi in South India. This monolithic stone chariot had wheels that could be rotated. Hampi is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Karnataka, South India. This 16th century temple complex is noted for pillared halls of large dimensions, florid ornamentation, bold and delicate carvings. Pillars and pavilions are magnificent, with a great wealth of iconographic and traditional depictions. The pillared hall has musical pillars that produce melodious music notes when struck. The temple's large halls and monolithic structures exist amidst the naturally occurring granite boulders. Now, let's look at how schist was used in temple architecture. Slide 7 illustrates the natural formation of schist in the hills of southwest India. The picture on the right shows the foliated nature of a block of schist. Schist is a high-grade metamorphic rock from a greenstone granite terrain belt which is subjected to less intense heat and pressure. Schist has two grades. The high-grade soft nature of schist stone was soft like soap when freshly cut. This high-grade schist was used to make intricate carvings in sculptures and pillars. The medium-grade schist is called gneiss. It was used more as a building material, for it was quickly fragmentable. The Geological Survey of India named one such belt of green schist in southwestern India as Dharwad Craton. This belt was formed between 2.9 to 2.6 billion years ago. Let's now study an example of a temple and its sculptures made of schist. Slide 8 shows a picture of the temple built by Hoysala dynasty between 12th to 14th century CE. The picture on the left is a general view of a Hoysala temple. The star-shaped platform was made with knees on which a temple was raised. This added a new and unique dimension to the Hoysala style of temple architecture. The picture on the right is a zoomed part of the temple similar to the one in the left picture. Such intricate sculptures were made of schist because it was easily fragmentable and soft in nature. Slide 9 shows classic examples of the schist panels in the temples of Hoysala architecture. Notice the delicate and intricate carvings in the sculptures of Hoysala art. Let's now summarize the key learnings from this talk. Hopefully, you have understood how the different geological belts impacted the temple architecture in India. The temple builders were proficient in geology. They effectively used this knowledge to build temples with intricate carvings that have all stood the test of time. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you again in the next topic.